review on Sheglam's new foundation. This is called the Skin Sync Satin Foundation, and it's supposed to be buildable coverage. It says it's for dry, oily, and combination skin. I got the shade Shell. It comes in this type of packaging where you just squeeze it, and I do have some thoughts on it, but let me go ahead and read to you guys the claims. So what they claim for this foundation is a satin finish. It's supposed to give like a natural type of glow, 8-hour wear, medium to buildable coverage, and it's supposed to be a skin formula which moisturizes over time. So it does have some skincare ingredients like hyaluronic acid, squalene, and some meadow foam seed oil. They do have quite a good shade range, so I'll go ahead and put them here, as well as the swatches. I do feel like the swatches were really on point for this one, and this shade, I feel like I could go one shade up from this one from Shell, but I do feel like Shell does fit my skin tone. It matches my neck really well. Tell me what you guys think. But I do feel like I have to step away from some of their deeper shades. I usually wear the shade Sand, and I just feel like my skin, as I've gotten older and go less into the sun and really take care of myself in the sun, you can definitely tell like this is what my old shade used to be, and I have definitely become super lighter. These shades, I still try to use some of the shades that I have in my collection. I just lighten them with a lighting foundation, but I do feel like the shade range is on point when it comes to the swatches, and this matched me really nicely. And I will have a demo here to the side so you guys can see what it looks like applied to half of my face. As far as their claims, I do really feel like this is a satin foundation. It doesn't dry down like a matte. It doesn't dry down like too shimmery. It does have like a radiance to it, like a glow to it. So it kind of like reflects light really nicely. I do love the fact that it doesn't feel like heavy on the skin. So if you guys see the one that I just showed you guys, like this is their complexion matte foundation. This is like a thicker, really heavier type of formula compared to this. And this is the type of foundation and skin tint kind of vibe that I have been going for a lot. I don't buy as thicker or matte foundations anymore because I just feel like as you get older, it just makes you look older. So I do like something a little bit more glowy, a little bit more light, just a little bit of coverage. I myself don't need a lot of coverage on my skin. I do have under eye circles, and I sometimes have a little bit of problem skin. Like right now I have a little bit of cystic acne right here. So it'll still peek through, but it's not something that I'm mad at. Also, you can still see like my little age spots here, and I don't really care to cover those. So that's just gonna depend on personal preference. If you like a full coverage foundation, you might want to try something else. This is definitely more on the light to medium side. This does transfer a lot. During the day, I kept looking at my lab coat at work because I wore this like to test it out at work, and I could just see it like kept transferring off, and even with setting it, it does transfer quite a bit. It did last about like 6 to 7 hours. So this is kind of like a daily, I'm gonna run errands with, or I'm just, you know, like even if I was gonna go to the gym, I don't wear makeup to the gym, but I know some people like to. And if you just want like a light coverage, you could wear like a little bit of this blended in and kind of get a light coverage for like going to the gym or going to run errands. If you're somebody who likes this type of foundation, then you would really like it for your job. For me, this would be more for like going out than for work, just because I do have long hour days. So I did feel like it broke down quite a bit by the end of my day, but I have like 16-hour days. I wake up at 5 a.m. and get home at 10 p.m. the few days that I do work. And in my 12-hour shift, after like the probably like 7 to 8 hour mark, I started seeing it like break down on my cheeks, my whole nose area, like it really broke down. So this isn't very long wearing, and they don't claim it to be either. I do think that this is really good for those for combination or dry skin. I'm not really sure if this would wear well with people with oily skin, because I remember when I had oily skin, more glowier, satiny things just made me look greasy. So that's something to know. You would probably have to use a lot of mattifying powders, a very mattifying primer, which kind of takes away from like the whole point of the foundation, which is to have a satin coverage. So if you do have oily skin and have tried this out, please let us know your thoughts down below. I do feel like this looks very beautiful on the skin. I love how like skin-like it is. Like it gives like a little bit of that glow, but it also looks like, you know, like you don't have like a crap ton of makeup or foundation on your skin. And I would prime really good. This can settle into a little bit of texture, like even here, like the small areas that I have a little bit more dryness or texture, I do feel like it can accentuate it. So in those areas, I don't really set with powder just because I feel like it looks better than if I set it with powder. If I set it with powder, I feel like it accentuates it more and kind of like dries down the foundation. So that is just something to note. Of course, with any foundation or any skin, any kind of product, makeup product, your skincare and your priming of your skin has a lot to do with how it's gonna look and wear as well. That is my opinion on this new foundation. Let me know your thoughts below if you've tried it, if this is something that calls to you. I'd love to hear from you down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, hit that little red button. It's free. I also have my socials linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.